Salute to the high cheekbone gang. Salute to the high cheekbone gang. Yeah, back with my special guest, man. It's late right now, so we can't get too animated. Yeah, we had to talk about the things that's going on in the world today, the mass shootings.
First of all, let's rephrase that. It's not going on in the world, it's going on in America.
That's true. America. Well, the world too, because the world is at war too. We don't live in a peaceful environment. I mean, our home is peaceful, but outside of the home is it's a little crazy out there. So we making this video, I guess, as a call for peace in America and around the world, and especially in our homes.
That's what we making the video for?
I'm just calling for peace, man.
Oh, okay. Mm.
So so about the Buffalo shooting first, because that was like the big thing first. There was a lot of mass shootings this year, though. This year is not even over with in America. A lot of mass shootings. Too many to count. Like, many mass shootings. Not big like these two, but on the 14th of May, the Buffalo shooting, which was kind of crazy because it was like an 18-year-old white kid. And, yeah, I don't know. He went hamburger.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, he said he's a white supremacist, but I don't know. Just 'cause, I mean, he killed some black people, and that's always sad when that happens, especially from my perspective. But
Because he killed black people or he killed people in general?
nah, because he killed people. First of all, because he killed black people, and then he killed people in general. It's an order for me. Like it touches home when I see people. It's just like if I see somebody that look like me. Not that I don't have sympathy, because I do. I got sympathy for everybody. That's why I said we got to call for peace around the world, but it hits home first. I'm not telling you I'm not sympathetic to other people, because I am.
Okay.
But it hits home first because I know what people have been through. You know what I'm saying? So it's like in the way that the narrative that they painted.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's a conspiracy or not, but the way the media portrays it, it hits home. It hits a little harder. So I try to not pay too much attention to the media.
Okay. All right.
But yeah, it hit home. And then I started thinking around after that. I'm like, that was my first thought though. It was like, yo, was it kill black people? Because they just you first hear is just like, yo, Buffalo shooting. 10 people died in the supermarket. Then I'm like, man, black people shop in the supermarket? And then that's the next thing I heard. It was like, oh, white supremacists, black people. And I know they like to use that because it's shocking. But, yeah, and it was like older black people too, so it was even more sad. And then the kid is 18. That's like, it reminded me of the time, remember that church?
Yeah.
What's his name? Dylan Roof?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like something like that. Like just some young kid. He decides he's going to just take on the world by killing some black people. And he was in Buffalo. And Buffalo they got like some real gangsters in Buffalo. He could have went there. But the problem is they probably would have shot back. And that's the thing about some of these mass murderers. It's like they find the weakest victims they could find. And then that's who they'll go in the church, go in the supermarket. But you in Buffalo, it's a hood in Buffalo. Like Buffalo is like a rundown. It was like one of those Rust Belt towns. But there's a lot of crime in Buffalo.
Okay.
So, and then the Texas thing is just like, it's crazy. It's like little kids, man. That's always sad. Like, it's sad when old people get shot, and it's even sadder. I mean, I guess they was so-called Hispanic kids, but I'm technically a so-called Hispanic. You know what I'm saying? So that hits home too. You know what I'm saying? But it just hits home because it's kids as well. Like, I don't want to see no kids die. Like, especially like innocent. That's again, it's people that they go places where they find people that can't defend themselves, or they're not paying no attention, and then they go shoot like little kids.
My question to you is: you think they thinking that far ahead, that
The
they're
people,
gonna find
yeah, I
people
think they,
defenseless and
yeah, I
stuff like
believe that they found the weakest link, and those are the people they go after. Because listen, most places nowadays have even in the suburbs, they got a nice area, and they got a hood. And 9 times out of 10, the hood is where the crime and the guns and the drugs are, and the people that may or may not shoot back. But they not the people that you could just run up in there as a stranger and just do whatever you want to do.
Okay.
So I feel like it's just like, I remember we went to Trinidad, right? I remember you said you was like, oh, you gotta be careful, and I was like, not that I wasn't careful, because my antennas is always up, but I just wasn't really too worried about it. I don't really be too worried about certain places I go, because not to say that anything can't happen, because some random thing could happen. But at the same time, it's like I got a spidey sense, and I know what's going to happen before it happens, especially in that type of environment. And I also felt like I was with somebody who I seen them in action.
Whatever.
And I got faith in him. So I know he would protect us. Feel me? Yeah, seriously. Like, I know what I could do and what I'm capable of, and I figured, like I said, you know what, I was in good hands, so I wasn't worried.
Okay, I hear you. Well, my whole take on this thing is, I know after these two mass shootings, and as you say, is very, very sad situation, and it shouldn't just hit home because of ethnicity, because black, and then it's like, it should hit home in general, because now everybody big thing is the NRA and the gun rules and whatever it is like that. And I'm definitely with that. I'm with that. But my thing is, they not gonna change. This stuff like this been happening for years now in America, and they still haven't changed their laws.
It's the American way.
Okay? So now we as parents and as people and as humans, now we got to go back to the drawing board and figure out another way around this madness. For one, we need to start bringing more awareness to mental health.
That's true, but you got to arm yourself too.
Yeah, I'm not saying no, but these people that are doing these things
are picking on innocent, weak people.
Okay, but they also mentally challenged.
They are. Anybody
because anybody who could run up in a store and look, kids. These are babies. They're not even teenagers yet.
Yeah, but
they babies. They helpless. They can't help themselves. You understand what I'm saying? And that's why they picked them. All right, I understand that. I'm not saying that, but you have to look at it like, okay, these people are seriously mental. Okay,
they are, but they're aware enough to find the weakest link.
Okay, but listen, I'm not saying no. You are probably all right about that. You know, I don't know how they brain work. You know, you understand what I'm saying? But we need to start going about this now a different way, seeing that no laws regarding these guns is going to be passed. It's going to stay like that because that's their thing. Okay.
Yeah, and the thing is to get you will have to arm yourself. You have to make yourself less of a victim or a bigger target. It's like if you're in the wild and just say like a bear comes charging at you, they tell you don't curl up in a ball or try to run. They tell you got to stand up and go, because they're quicker to fight somebody who's scared or something that's running away from them.
Okay, Sheree, how these 10-year-old kids were supposed to arm themselves from somebody like that?
I'm not saying the kids themselves. I'm just saying people in the school could have been armed. They said the teacher's supposed to be armed.
Yeah. So
things like that.
That's another point. Now we need to figure out something. Okay, with the school systems, you understand? Put something in place. Biden just sent 40 million, 40 billion, whatever it is like that to the Ukraine.
Yeah, but
all right, put some of that money into these schools,
into
making the schools
before you could fix somewhere else.
Exactly. America. My point is, I've come to realize that America don't like Americans because they quicker help other people than help
because they want something.
Okay, I understand that. I'm not saying no. Of course,
these
they want
are
something.
businessmen. These are not really politicians.
But this is your country. This is your country. These are your kids that are dying and being killed.
This is just like the way America is like a machine, and it's like an armed machine where they go places and it's like, yo, we gonna help you because we want to control something. That's why they want. Anywhere they go, they want to control the resources or they want to control the pathways of things passing through it, the borders or whatever. That's just what they do.
So basically, you won't let our kids die in schools and for these mass shootings because you want to control another country.
It's not beneficial. If it was beneficial to them and they could make money off it, trust me, they'll be stopping everything from happening.
Because he could have put a good 10 billion, whatever it is, into school systems.
But everybody voted for him.
Put something into place where, I mean, come on, with parents, kids should not have to go to school and worry if they're going home.
That's true.
That's like the dumbest thing I've ever freaking heard.
I mean, even what I said with teachers being home.
When you drop your kids off at school, that should be a safe haven for them. It should not be where they...
I believe in homeschooling, to be honest with you. It's the safest haven, but we don't live in a world where that's always the best option, but that is the best option.
Okay, my thing is, listen, in order to get your kids into school, your kids got to go through a process. They got to be vaccinated. There's all type of freaking process you got to go through to get your kids into school. Am I correct?
And they get a gun, you just walk in there.
Now, we as parents is sending our kids to these schools, and these schools are not equipped to protect our kids. Why?
Because that ain't what they designed for. They designed to teach them.
That is true. The teachers are designed to teach, yes.
To teach them just enough so they could go to work for somebody else. That's what the school is designed to do. Period.
Okay. You're getting a little off topic.
No, that's just what it's there for. There's no benefit for them to be protecting nobody. They'll protect you while you're inside of there as far as other kids fighting each other or disrupting the classroom, but that's about it. But they got metal detectors. When I went to school, they had metal detectors. You got to walk through metal detectors.
They could bring back metal detectors. I could care less about my child going to school. As long as I know nobody get into that school with no type of weapon.
That's why some schools got the police out of them. And that's not wrong either. But we live in a city where it's a little different than some of these places. You know what I mean? Like, it's a little different. And the supermarket may not have an armed police officer or off-duty cop or something like that.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? Here, you might have that in some supermarkets, but in most of them, you're not going to have that, especially...
Because nobody's thinking about going to a supermarket and going grocery shopping and getting shot. Nobody's thinking about that.
They're thinking about eating.
You go to the supermarket, you're thinking about grocery shopping and getting your behind out of it. That's it. You ain't even thinking about fighting for your life or whatever it is inside of a supermarket.
But you are in America where things like that happen. That's not a rare occurrence. It happens. Like I said, they done had over 100 mass shootings already this year. This is only May, and that happens every year. This is America, so you have to be aware of stuff like that.
As I say, I've come to the conclusion that America do not like Americans.
But who's America? You talking about the politician, the
I
government
don't
of
know who the
America?
hell ever the hell is America, because they take care of others before they take care of their goddamn own.
I mean, that's everybody. Everybody should take care of their own. But we ain't allowed to do certain things.
How are they taking care of their own?
You said how are
How,
they?
how are they how are they taking care of their own
Because
when
they
there's
own.
still
Listen,
people
you
could
know
wake
why?
up
You
in
know
the
why the boy
school
in
and
Buffalo
kill
didn't get shot?
kids?
You know why the boy in Buffalo didn't die?
Why?
Because they take care of their own. That's why.
Listen,
Look what happened. Look what happened. Remember, it was a guy. He was used to be in the army. I think it was in California or Washington. It was somewhere on the West Coast. It was a couple of years ago. They sent a drone to blow him up. They went where he was at, and the drone exploded. They sent like a little robot, whatever. I don't know if it was a drone. They call it a drone, whatever, because it was unmanned. But they assassinated him, and he didn't even kill that many people. You know what I'm saying? This dude killed 10 people, and they walk him out just like Dylan Roof. He could kill almost 10 people. They walk him out, get him Burger King, and they put a vest on him, make sure nobody else on the outside to shoot him. Like, they protect their own. They do. They just don't protect everybody else. And certain people they look at as collateral damage. So that's just how it is here. And if you ain't no benefit to them, because even when they protect their own, sometimes they just only protecting them for votes.
And then they getting off. Well, not really getting off, because they plead insanity.
I mean, they technically that's insane to do that.
They are insane. But
they have enough.
Insane.
They have enough wherewithal to know. Let me go for the weakest people. And that's what I'm saying. Is like they do it to the weak people. It's not like they going somewhere. Like, say for instance, people say like, oh, this is if you come to these projects is bad and they shooting all the time. We hear gunshots at night all the time. Somebody easily that want to kill, just be a mass murderer and kill people of color. They could just go right over there to the store or one of these little places where you see 100 dudes hanging out in front of an abandoned house or whatever. Go over there and shoot them. I'm serious, because they ain't of no value to nobody, because they over there just. No, I don't mean they might be value to their family, but they actually a detriment to them. They do something to them. If you're gonna do something, don't kill innocent people that's not doing nothing to nobody.
Don't kill nobody in general.
Exactly, but still, if you're gonna do that, don't find the weakest link. Is what I'm saying. Don't go to school and kill kids. Don't go kill some old people.
Okay, I understand where you're coming from. Okay, yes, yeah. Don't go for poor defenseless babies.
Exactly. Go for somebody who might fight back.
Yes, I understand what you're saying with that point. But then again, as I say, it also come back to like mental health. Like, it's so rampant, whatever the hell you want to call it. But it's not, people is not, like, say like we go down the street and somebody's like, oh, this, you see the person acting crazy, and all you just do is they can just shake your head, like, okay, shouldn't that person be in a hospital or something like that, getting some type of treatment or something like that? Like,
they should be.
Come on.
They should be, but they don't care about those people. That's what I said. It's like if you don't have a value to the machine, to the business machine, the money making machine, you basically a useless eater. You know what that is? That's like a term they use in eugenics. So like they trying to decrease the population. So some people they could care less about. They don't care if somebody go out and kill 10 people, 20 kids. They could care less, because those people are not of value to them, or to the bigger picture that they or whatever they trying to implement. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not part of what they're trying to do, so they don't care. They'll get on TV and be like, oh, it was so sad and I'm so sorry, and give you a bullshit speech. But at the same time, they really don't care, because if they did, they would do something about it. If they could go, remember, like in Grenada, Grenada is a sovereign nation. They got nothing to do with the United States. But they was saying, they had like a group that said, yo, we gonna take over this country, whatever, and do what we gotta do. You know, America went down there and got rid of them. Just like Panama, Noriega, they go down there, they get rid of people in other countries that don't got nothing to do with it. They go down there 1 day, 1 week, whatever it takes, and get rid of them. They could do that here too. They can clean up a lot of stuff and the problems and places and things like that. They can stop crime for the most part, but they don't want to because locking people up is a business. So it's like, what do they care about? They only care about making money. If the if those hospitals made a lot of money, mental health, trust me, you wouldn't see no crazy people. They will all be getting help. But it ain't no money. They may not see no money in it right now. And when they do, that's when you're going to see them help. And if crime prevention was the money was in crime prevention and not locking people up in prisons because prisons make profit for people, if that was the business model, trust me, you wouldn't see no crime. Zero. You see places like China got low crime, Japan, is because they ain't going for it. Because they found the way that they probably figured that if we got the less crime we got more productive people. And they push their people to be productive in some type of way. Productive for the society. So,
I just think it's very, very sad.
It is.
That innocent people have to keep losing their life like this because
because of cowards.
Yeah,
it's
exactly. Because of
like
cowards.
I said, it's not
basically,
like I said.
cowards.
Let me clarify myself. It's not about a color of people that die, but what I'm telling you is when I see people of color pass away, it touches me somewhere, because I'm a person of color, and I know all the stuff that we go through, whether some people want to say we go through it or not, but we do. Sometimes when I go outside, when I see a police officer, I don't automatically assume they there to help me. I'm kind of like, my antennas is up. I'm like looking around like, hopefully they don't bother me. Like, hopefully, did I do something? You know what I'm saying? Even if I'm innocent, I feel like I might be guilty the way they approach you. You know what I'm saying? Or if some guy of authority is like, if I get into a situation with somebody, it's like I'm automatically guilty. Whether, you know what I'm saying? Like whether or not who started it. It's like if I get into a situation with a certain person of a different background, whatever, and the police come, automatically I'm feeling they already like, yo, what do you do? You know what I'm saying? Because maybe how I look too. It might not just be I'm brown. It might be the way I look, maybe the way I dress, might be my hand movements. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, but sometimes that's how I feel and like my experience in life. So I feel like when I see people of color go through certain things, I can sympathize with them a little bit more. But I still sympathize with anybody losing their life. I don't even kill ants. You see the ants that be crawling there? You see me killing them? I don't even kill them. You know what I'm saying? If I had to kill something, like I would kill a mosquito, or I would kill something that's detrimental to me. I'm not just killing stuff just to be killing it. So yeah, I'm sympathetic. Very. But
I wasn't saying that you were sympathetic. It's the way that you put it. Because I'm like,
well, that's why I said. Let
life
me clarify.
is a life in general.
Yeah, life is life in general. Like I ain't trying to take nobody's life. I ain't get no gun. I be thinking if I felt like that, I would just go get a gun and go crazy. I wouldn't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like I work with Europeans. You know what I'm saying? Like it's people that's European that I know that actually have helped me. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't you know what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't want nothing to happen to them, and I protect them. Like when I'm at work, if something happened to them, I'm gonna protect them. I'm gonna jump right in front of the line and make sure nothing happens to them.
Well, that's just dumb.
No, it's not. It's not dumb. It's because I feel like when I'm a part of something, and the people that's with me, we on the same team. So if something happened, I gotta jump in front of them.
All right, Superman, jump in front of it.
All right, be Superman.
Alright, what's the name? Protect, I should say.
I don't mean it like that. Like I ain't crazy. But they say, somebody just said this the other day. They said you first gotta flee, or basically you gotta escape first, right? The first thing is to escape. Then it's like, I guess you gotta like find shelter or safety, a safe spot and security. Then the last thing is to confront. So however you want to put that, I don't know exactly the words that they use because I'm using this verbatim.
I don't know what you do.
No, they talking about in the situation, like when you say like if something happened and I was at work, first thing to do, you try to like quell the situation. You know what I'm saying? Yo, look, calm down. Next thing is, if a person got a weapon, you try to, or some type of, you know what I mean? They trying to attack. You gotta try to retreat, find safety. So the last thing you're supposed to do is confront the person that's acting crazy. So when I say I protect people, it's not that I'm just gonna just let myself be killed, no. When I say that, I mean I know how to control the situation. I'm gonna try to use those steps.
Oh, okay.
So that's what I mean, like.
Oh, okay.
I know sometimes I gotta explain stuff a certain way, but yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, so.
You try to make me seem slow.
Nah, I ain't trying to make you seem slow. I'm just saying that's just, you gotta protect. You gotta, when you put protection don't always mean fighting. Jumping in front just mean, yo, I'm gonna lead y'all to safety. Like the captain on the ship. He gonna make sure he try to steer you to calm waters. Like, then if you got abandoned ship, you know what I'm saying? Like, you really think if somebody was just came ran up and somebody started shooting, I'm just gonna be like, nah, shoot me first and job in front. Nah, I'm not doing that.
Well, I would hope not.
Because I might get shot.
Then I will have to think you're mental.
I might get shot in the ass. Because that's how fast I'm gonna be running. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so I'm not gonna, I'm gonna do that. But I try to, like, get everybody to safety if I could, but not to, I ain't gonna eat no bullets to do it. I'm not Bruce Leroy.
Okay, I was just making sure because...
Yeah, nah. It just means, like, I'm gonna take charge, like, when I say, you know what I mean? That's all I really mean when I say that.
As I think there's a lot of people out here that look like they fine and they ain't fine.
I mean,
you know, like mental health is very, very, is something that needs to be really made aware of because
but how many, but it's like it's so normal now, and so many people, like, you get on the train, you see at least in every train car may have one person that got
exactly. I mean, to me, in my opinion, they should not be on the train. They should be getting help.
And I see people like at the train station, they got like these jackets on, and I guess they more homeless prevention than mental health. But but I don't know if they address that.
Homeless prevention
I don't know if they
getting
address
mental
that.
health is two different things.
They are, but
okay, people with mental health needs help.
They also, but they still need a roof over their head.
Okay, yes, I'm not saying that. They do need a roof over their head, yes. But they need more than a roof over their head.
They do.
Okay? They need help. They need people. They out there, they don't know what they... Just like the other day when we was driving. The guy in the middle of the street just throwing punches, like... And
maybe he was training for a fight.
Whatever. You know, and it's like... Okay, like something like that, like, you know, like this person needs help. You know, like there should be something in place to help people with their mental health.
But
okay?
there's
because
not.
it's too many killings and poor little innocent babies losing their lives for no damn reason. These poor children did not have a chance to experience life. Like,
That's
why?
true. But that even goes with people who kill kids that's not mass murderers.
That is true too. Yes.
You got a lady who beat her daughter to death.
Oh yeah, I
And
know.
she had a mental health. She looked like she had mental health problems, but at the same time, it's like she was out and about. It seemed like she had a good job and everything, working for people who supposedly take care of mental health. So I'm like, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Like they listen. There ain't no money in it to stop it from happening. That's why it keeps happening, because they even employ somebody that look like, I said, to me. Maybe I'm wrong.
No, she looked like she had.
The lady looked.
I know who you're talking about. She looked like she had. What's the name? If I've seen her walking on the street, they say don't judge by a book by its cover, but she definitely looked like something was wrong with her. In all honesty, and I don't know how people in her circle missed that, because that little girl did not need to die the way she died. You understand what I'm saying? Because it's like, my thing is like, the people in the circle obviously not saying anything, just for like with the shooters. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all, somebody in the circle must have known something was wrong or something is off about this person.
But maybe they loners. A lot of times people just go in the room and play video games and just be in the room all day playing the game, and they off to themselves a lot. And nobody knows what they doing. That guy that was it the Buffalo? I think, yeah, the guy from Buffalo. He even live streamed some of that. So he seemed like one of those guys that probably was like really like into the
live streamed
on Twitch.
But he live streamed the shooting.
Yeah, like part of it. But they shut it down though. I guess he was trying to live stream the whole joint.
Well, you see, in that case, somebody like him, But
he's mentally aware. You see what I'm saying?
I would have been going as a cop. I'm going in blazing, just like how he going in blazing. I'm going in blazing too.
Their own.
Because that's premeditated right there. So
Way
he know what he was doing.
But see, the thing is, because you get a lot of mental health people that do certain things that need help, a lot of times people just use it for a built-in defense. And like I said, they protect their own a lot of times. So they already tell them that, like, yo, listen, you gonna play the mental game.
That's what a lot of them do.
Even career criminals do that. But still, it's like, listen, my thing is, I believe in the eye for an eye. You kill that. If your son killed a certain amount of people, we gonna kill him, and we gotta kill some more of you. Because that's the only way a lot of that crazy stuff is going to stop. People's not going to do something when they feel like it's retribution. People just think, here you just go to jail, or you can get executed. They got some states that do execution, but you'll be on death for over 20, 30 years before you get executed. You'll be an old man by that time. And then some of them is like, you know what? I'm old anyway. I ain't never coming out of jail. I'd rather just get it over with. And that's actually an easy way out. The hard way out is if I got a family and you killed my family and I'm around, I come back and I do the same to you. I'm not saying you should do that. I'm not saying that's what I want to do, and you know what I'm saying? But that's the only thing that's going to stop stuff like that from happening.
That's the only thing?
Yeah, because the times in this world when stuff like that happen in places where it's eye for an eye, you don't see crazy shit like that going on. You don't see no crazy random person just say, I'm going to kill 10 people. Because they already know it's repercussions. Not just, I'm going to go to jail and that's it. And I'm going to get mad if I get a lot of time, or I'm going to try to use the self-defense. They become more, some of them become celebrity. They got groups of people who raise money for them and they living a good life. They just in jail, but they actually got bank accounts and everything full of money. Because people go on those fundraising it's not Kickstarter. What's that other thing called?
GoFundMe.
GoFundMe, and raise money for him. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, where's the repercussions? The repercussion is, yeah, you sitting in jail, but then it's not like they sitting in jail, like, doing a hard bid. They being protected because they in PC anyway.
I just think this is crazy.
It is crazy.
I think it's you know, as a parent about to send the child to school, you know what I'm saying? That's a hard pill to swallow, knowing that I left my child in your care.
Yeah.
And where he's supposed to be safe. It's not like I left him with a neighbor or a babysitter. I left him in school where he's supposed to be safe, and then you get a phone call saying something like that. I mean, how should a parent feel about something like that? I mean, that's just ridiculous. That a part of that 40, whatever it is that Biden sent to the Ukraine, don't get me wrong, maybe the Ukraine is going through some stuff, but I mean, we going through stuff here too.
Yeah, but he don't care. They
you know
don't
what I'm
care.
saying? Let's implement something in the schools. Let's have some type of tactic, some type of force or something. I don't know.
And that's
Bring
another
something
thing.
in the schools that could protect these kids.
The president of the United States is not no person that calls shots. They just a face.
Okay, true.
That's it. It's like Ronald McDonald or the King from Burger King. That's it. They don't call. They just a face man. They don't call no shots.
I understand.
They take all the bullets and all the heat. And when I say bullets, I just mean the heat from questions and tough questions and shit like that. But they don't call no shots. Biden can't make nothing happen. The people behind the scenes you don't see, those are the ones that make shit happen. The ones that's behind them. Like even Barack Obama, people like, oh, he ain't do nothing for black people. He ain't do nothing for this. What he gonna do?
He did. In my mind, a lot of people would get offended by this. To me, I don't think he really did anything for black people.
He didn't. He have no intention to. His intention was he had an opportunity to be somebody in the world stage. I mean, the thing that he did, whether he wanted to or not, was he inspired black people.
Exactly.
That's what he did.
I think that was the hype.
Yeah.
You know, like, and no offense to anybody, people that love Barack Obama, whatever it is like that. I love everybody, but you know, like
image-wise,
as a black man in that position, you did not put nothing in place for.
Nah, he never spoke strong.
So
against.
That's just
things,
my opinion,
you know.
As I said, everybody else got their own opinion on that.
Yeah, I would say for what he could do, he could have spoke when he had the mic because he liked to talk. He's a good talker. He's an orator, but he could have said certain things that had some impact for black people, but he didn't. And that showed me where people's heart is, because when you have the opportunity and you have all the cameras on you. You can say things and your words is powerful too. You know how they say that words is weapons too. But he never did. He had no intention to. But people fell in love with him for the image that he put.
Man, I can see why people fell in love with him.
Yeah, he's a good-looking guy. He was tall. He dressed nice.
No, I'm just saying. He got the wife. He got the kids. You know what I'm saying.
He had all the little things that people look for. He was somebody you could look up to. Like I said, there's the whole image you could look up to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And that wasn't a bad thing that
it wasn't.
Black people could have looked up to because you know black people like some, remember when Opie was younger and you used to ride the trains with him and you'd be like, oh my God, I've never seen, and I'd be like, why y'all act like this is the first time y'all see a black man holding a baby? That's the most dumbest thing I've ever heard. Like,
because
come on.
because the media is a powerful thing, and they present.
That used to piss me the hell off. Like,
yeah, they present that.
But if you look at let him hold the baby. I'm like,
yeah, but if you look at the data, the data tell you that black men spend more time with their kids than any other group of men in this country. But if you look at the media, you look at what people say, that's what they say. I see black men with their kids all the time.
Yeah, so I don't know why people make it such a big deal when they see a black man taking care of the kid. I don't understand that.
Because in their mind, if you had something over and over again, like the deadbeat dad or the welfare queen, the actual person that they designed that welfare queen was a lady from Chicago. She was white, but they put the face of a black woman on it. You know what I'm saying? When they say welfare queen, that's the first thing you think is black woman, bunch of kids, all these different baby daddies. They made a black man a baby daddy. They made a black man this, black man that. So now it's like that's the image, deadbeat. He just a deadbeat. Go to one of those courts like downtown where you used to work, and just go in there one day and look around. You'll see it's a bunch of it's some black dudes in there, but it's mostly other people. You know what I'm saying? But what you hear, what you hear all the time on like TV and on shows and shit like that, that's all they show you. And so it's powerful. It's in your brain. You looking at that, you like, yo. But sometimes, like, I'll be, like, looking around, like, yo, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, yo, I know better. Because, like, I know the statistics. I'm like, damn, they don't even tell you this. Even with, like, welfare, they be like, oh, black people on welfare.
No,
Listen, I met people who are well-to-do. And they was getting welfare. They got food stamps. They got this. Somebody told me the blueprint to America. How to make it here, and why they people are so successful, and just in general conversation. But me, I'm a person, I remember everything. So he told me simple little things, and I was like, wow, that's crazy. That's how they make it. And I was living in Williamsburg. One of the residents over there told me, it's little things. And you know what? All of it's true. He told me, he said, yo, get a minivan. I ain't want no minivan. I wanted a coupe. He said, yo, have as many kids as you could. He said, don't ever get married. He said, do common law. So what he told me? Do common law.
Well, obviously you didn't listen.
He said, start an LLC. No, I'm just saying, but everything he said makes sense when you think about it. The way to do things and still benefit more here. You see what I'm saying? You could do all of this stuff and you can still thrive. But he told me stuff how to use the system to my advantage. If you do it that way, then the system will be in your advantage. If you do it a different way, then you will be at a slight disadvantage. So, but I see why those people are successful and they never get looked at. They get looked at as people that's just up here, not people that's down here. But they actually use more government services than the people that's you look at as at the bottom. You see what I'm saying? And then it's like, I'm like, yo, that's crazy, because when he told me something, I'm looking like, all right, so you could buy a house or building, whatever. And then you can have the lady that you had kids with, who's your common law wife, move in there, and the government give her money to pay the landlord, which is you, but you own it in the. I say, yo, this dude, that's how they make it. I don't want to say too much, but that's how they make it. And I said, oh, that's crazy. And I'm like, yo, that actually makes sense. Because everybody eat. And then it don't cost them nothing. That's basically what he was showing me. Like, yo, it's not going to cost you nothing. All you got to do is make sure you acquire something. And then you let your family, and they'll take it. You know, I'm like, yo, that's crazy. I said, yo, yeah, I didn't listen to him. Don't get me wrong, but he was right. He was right. He was definitely right, 100%.
Well,
So, but sometimes when you, like I said, if you're not a benefit to this country, though, they don't care about you. And a lot of times they own When I say that, they only use their own at times for political reasons. Like, of course, they'll take a mass shooter and not do nothing to him because they know that there's a group of people in this country who gonna vote against the other side because of things that they might believe. They might think that they want to do the same thing, but they don't got the heart. You know what I'm saying? They see a kid do something that they probably, and he got some of the same ideals or whatever that they do, and he got the same feelings towards other people that they do, and they'll vote for the people who protect them. You know what I'm saying? Like the NRA is a big lobby group within the government of the United States. That's what it's about. The politicians they just see who the highest bidder. That's what lobbying is. Like, yo, I'm trying to get this. I'm trying to sell this. I'm trying to make money off of this, and I need you to sign bills. That's all they are. They just use their signature to sign bills. They don't really make nothing happen. But it's a whole system, like who could sign their name on this, or who could get enough signatures or enough support so the person that signed could sign their name on it and make it happen. And the lobbyists just throw that money around to make sure that they can get what they want. And that's what happens there. So if you get a mass shooter, the NRA probably is going to make sure, like, yo, we ain't stopping nothing from happening because we still trying to sell these guns. We got all these guns and these memberships. And this is business. How you going to stop business? The barter system is pretty much dead around the world. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, how they get money? They get money off of the...
Yeah, and they sleep very well at night, huh?
Yeah, like babies. Because you got to think, that's what they want. They want money, power. They want land. Listen, you ever see a globe when they show you, like, population? They show, like, the lights. You see a lot of, like, black areas that's dark. There's enough space on the earth that most of the people live in cities now. There's enough for 10, 20 times as many people as here. But they telling you it's too many people. But these people own everything. They want all the land. You ever go see a golf course? Why is there so much land? That's the size of a town. A small town.
It is pretty.
But this is just for a game.
Yeah.
That rich people play. You understand what I'm saying? You go to a rich person's house, they got estates, they got acres and acres and acres. For what? You need all that space?
Apparently they do.
No, but what I'm saying is if you cared about population, you wouldn't need all that space. You don't need all that space. We live in a place that's highly one of our most congested places, densely populated places on the planet. And everybody got enough space. You understand what I'm saying? You feel overcrowded?
We live in New York City.
No, but that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. But do you feel overcrowded?
Yeah, New York City is.
Well, maybe you do, but I'm just saying, dude. Like, all right, so, but you can move to the suburbs, and then it's even more space, but it's not overcrowded there, right? Like, say, like Pennsylvania, it's not overcrowded there, right? When we went over there, so think about it. They got a lot of land. Not too much, but maybe maybe if everybody had that much land as they doing that place in Pennsylvania where we went to, maybe that's enough. You don't need miles and miles of land and nobody around. You can't even see a neighbor in order to show how much money you have and build this big giant house and it's just you. How many rooms do you need? Extravagant displays of wealth, like this is a waste of money. You cutting down all these trees that's never gonna probably grow back. You just destroying the environment
It's
to
waste
show.
of money, but it's money that they got to waste.
This is what I'm saying, and this is gluttony. Like, so again, it's just like
waste that
greed.
Waste that money.
And that's at the root of all of this stuff is greed. That's why they're not gonna stop nothing, because they're greedy. They like pigs. You know what I mean? Like, not like a pig, but like just a metaphorically, like they just greedy. And they want it all. They want everything. They don't want you to have nothing. Even though they're gonna waste most of it. But they don't want you to have anything. They want them and whoever they care about, they want them to have it all. Them having a good life is you not having one.
Well, I'm having a good life regardless.
Exactly. It's like life is how you look at it, how you make it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I smile a lot. People be like, oh, you always smiling for? Because I find a way to be happy sometimes. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not happy 24/7, but I'll be happy most of the time. And sometimes I make myself happy. Sometimes I might think about something. I might see somebody and be like, oh, look at this little kid. Like, hey, get on my nerves all day. Come here, man, pick them up. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy. Like, it happens. Nigga might get on my nerve 5 minutes after. He might get on my nerve while I'm holding him. But you gotta find something that makes you happy. And some people can't. They just can't. They can't find anything to make them happy. They always grumpy.
Because a lot of people don't know happiness come from within.
Yeah, true. I know a guy. He live out in Brooklyn, not too far from here. Older guy. You know what I'm saying? He always mad. Always. Every time I see him, he's grumpy. Like, what is you mad for? You ain't got no bills. You know what I'm saying? Just mad at the world.
Maybe he have a mental problem.
That could be the thing.
Okay, so people who always mad or whatever it is like that for no reason.
Like, what are you mad for?
Okay. Maybe he has
and nobody's addressing it.
Exactly.
And it's the thing too with people that's somewhat functionable. You can't force them to address mental health issues. You know what I'm saying? Because if you try, they got enough functionality in order to be like, fuck out of here. They'll resist. And then sometimes they just super aggressive, so most people just leave them alone. And be like, oh, nigga, crazy. They just tell you when they ain't around.
That's what everybody does.
Yeah.
They be like, oh, that person crazy, and they just shrug it off and keep it pushing.
And never address it, but you gotta address it. Because if you don't, then they're gonna end up doing something to themselves or somebody else. But me personally, I don't care if somebody want to hang it up or do what they want to themselves. Because I just don't, to be honest with you. I'm not saying I'm not sympathetic. Like, I don't want them to be in that position or feel like that. But if they feel like, I'd rather them take themselves out than take out a whole school of children.
I mean, of course, that's a given. You rather say
you feeling like that.
Instead
you feeling like you want to shoot something up, shoot yourself. You know what I mean? You gotta make change. You gotta change the person that you are. You gotta help this person. You know what I'm saying? Like what he say, the man in the mirror. That's who you gotta deal with. You going outside and you doing stuff to random people and all that. It's crazy. It's just crazy. Even if you feel like you a white supremacist or like join some type of group or religious group or whatever, and you want to address, you know what I mean, certain groups with violence.
You know, now that I'm thinking about it, not to change the subject, Michael Jackson was a genius.
Oh, I always tell people that.
Like, that is, you know, like, if you really listen to the words of that song, Man in the Mirror, it's like, damn.
Yeah, he made a lot of.
And even his other song.
They don't really care about us.
They don't care about us.
Nah, but see, that's why they made him seem like he was crazy. He looked crazy, but he wasn't crazy. When you really like go past his look, that's how they. But see, that's what I mean about the media. They could have you thinking that the good guy is the bad guy. Just they'll find something and they'll exploit it. The look, he looked crazy, so it's like whatever they say, you could believe, even though evidence shows otherwise. But it's like it's hard to get past that image.
I wouldn't say he looked crazy. He just wasn't comfortable in his own skin.
He looked crazy, Tanya. That was one of my favorite people I ever known. He looked crazy. I ain't gonna tell you that. I like Michael Jackson. I cried when Michael Jackson died. I ain't even cried when my father died, and I cried when Michael Jackson died.
That's
and he looked it crazy.
Just sad.
It's not sad. I wasn't raised to cry. So
okay, so why you cry when Michael Jackson died?
I didn't even realize I was crying. That's how much Michael Jackson. I had a connection with Michael Jackson. I felt his pain, son. Like his words.
And you didn't feel your father's pain?
Nah, he wasn't in pain though. He wasn't a person that was in pain. He was a
but
person
you don't know that.
He was an honest person. Tell you how he felt. He's a straight shooter. Like, so it's like if somebody tell you, yo, they comfortable. Like, that's why I just told you a little while ago. Like, I'm not afraid to die. I don't want to die. I feel like I'm gonna live forever, but I'm not scared to die. Like, seriously, I'm not. I was always taught that. I was taught, like, look at people that go to church, right? The preacher sells them a pie and it's tell, oh, you going to heaven when you die. But why are they so scared to die then? You understand what I'm saying?
Because some people think they go to hell.
No, I know, because they don't know what's there. But if you believe that's what's there and you running around telling everybody else, yo, you gonna go to heaven, you gotta join the church, you gotta go to church, or you gonna go to heaven, you gonna go to heaven. Oh, you gotta be a Muslim, or you gotta be this. You know what I'm saying? You gonna go to heaven, you gonna go to heaven. But then they all scared to die.
Do you believe there's a hell?
You living in it.
Exactly. I had this conversation before with somebody.
You can't get worse than this.
I had this conversation before, and I was telling them, like, listen, heaven and hell is right here.
Yeah, they
when
listen.
you die, you don't go.
Wu-Tang.
When you die, you're at peace.
Wu-Tang Clan had a song called Heaven and Hell.
Ain't nothing about hell when you're at peace. You are at peace. That's why they say rest in peace. Yeah. So you are at peace.
Or pieces.
You are at peace while we're still here struggling with the craziness of the world. And don't get me wrong, I ain't mad I'm still here. I want to be here for a very, very, very long time. That's what I'm saying.
Like, it's what you make of it. It's like saying, you get lemons, you make lemonade, as they say. Things are not always so bad. You could be in a bad situation, and like you could be in prison and your body is in prison, but your mind is free. If you can understand how to get it there. I don't ever
put myself in that scenario in all honesty.
Nah, I know you don't. I'm just saying it's a metaphor, but it's metaphorical, but it's actually true too.
I understand what you're saying, but I ain't trying to think on that level because sometimes
you have to be like you could be somewhere like, look, you're a person that deal with a lot of pain sometimes, right? How do you deal with it? In your mind, you got to tell yourself something. Like, in order to deal with the pain, because I know that's a pain, because I seen men, and men are supposed to be all strong and tough, and a lot of them can't deal with it. They turn to drugs, they get high all the time. Prodigy. Prodigy was a dude from all deep. He was a dude, he used to get high all the time with massive pain. And he was a guy, and I don't even think he had the version of sickle cell that you do.
I guess because I've been dealing with it since I born.
I know.
I think it's me personally, it might be a mental thing.
And you know how to control it, right? Or you deal with it through your mind. Somehow.
Yeah, because in all honesty, when they give you those drugs, it don't take the pain away. It just puts you at a relaxing, I guess, state or whatever it is like that. So it's not like, okay, say like when they give me the drugs and you see I'm just it's not like I'm not in pain. I'm still in pain. Mm-hmm. But it's that your body's so relaxed that I guess you kind of forget about the pain. Mm-hmm. So that's where a lot of people get caught up with getting addicted to the medicine. So me now, as soon as I could handle the pain, I will stop taking the medicine. And that's why I control, as you see when I go to the hospitals, I control when and how much you're gonna give me.
Yeah.
So that's why I be like, okay, how much you give me? No, don't give me XYZ, give me so and so. Because like a lot of people, and I had a doctor be like, oh, you can't be in that much pain, and I actually had to put her ass in check real quick because you don't know how I'm feeling. You can't tell me how much pain I'm in.
Somebody tell you how much pain you feel. Though.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
So that with me. That's how I think with me with dealing with pain. It's more on a, I guess as I should say, on a mental level. Like trying to that's me. That's how I deal with that. So but now don't get me wrong. There's sometimes that I can't take it.
But I mean, I've seen you at times, but it wasn't that many times. For the amount of times that you be in pain, you know what I'm saying? Like the few times that you can't take it is far and few in between, and that's what I'm saying. You got some people mentally stronger than others. They can deal with more pain, even if though it's physical pain. And mental pain is the worst pain. But
and I also, in all honesty, I don't like to feel like when they give you the pain medicine or drugs, whatever you call it like that. I don't like that feeling at all.
Me either. That's why
I don't. But I could see how people get addicted to feeling like that. Like I could see that. But I don't like that feeling at all. It's just like, to me, it's a kind of unnatural feeling. It's like you're unnaturally making your body relax. Because I know to myself that I'm still in pain, but it's like I can't really do nothing but just like right there. So I don't like that feeling in general. So I'll do anything to avoid taking those type of medicine and stuff like that. So that's just me, as I say.
Cause that's what I'm saying. Like some people are not mentally strong; they're mentally weak. Some people's easily manipulated. Like I don't know if one of those guys that shot the children or shot the people in the supermarket. I don't know how mentally strong they were. They could have been manipulated too.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
but a lot. You know what? In all honesty, I'm not trying to be mean. A lot of people are not mentally strong. People, you could physically strong and mentally strong is two different things. You could lift the damn car, and then in your brain, it's two totally different things. And a lot of people, people now is more focusing on the exterior, like they in the gym, like as we said before, they doing the plastic surgery, they doing this, they doing that, but they not focusing on.
Sometimes I think they feel like if I get my parents right, I'll feel a little bit better. It's like the same way with the drugs. Like it's like a drug. They feel a little bit better. And then somebody might come and tell them something about that, like, oh yeah, your arms are too big, and they might be like, stop worrying about that. Like some people, anytime somebody else on the outside sells them something, they like absorb it and they just can't get it out their system. Like,
listen, mental, as I would say, we need to focus more on being more aware of people and mental health, because
mental health in general
it needs to be addressed more often. Like,
that's true.
Like we understand the NRA and the gun laws. The NRA, as I said before, they ain't doing nothing about no gun laws. So we need to go back to the drawing board and come up with a new system, a new plan, a new strategy, or something like that to put into place to help these poor little young kids that going to school and excited to learn and think they in their safe haven because they're going to play with their friends and their teachers are going to teach them how to count and color and all type of different things, and then boom, they lost their life for no reason.
That's true. But see, that's another thing too. That's a problem here, because it's not just that; it's a whole thing with that. Sometimes parents, like what we was talking about before, like I really don't think somebody should have to give birth and then run back to work. And sometimes that's what ends up happening, is like the parents use the school, not all the time, but sometimes parents use school as a babysitter because they have to go to work. You know what I'm saying? Like,
as I said before, there's circumstances. Everybody's situation is different.
Yeah,
Not everybody's situation is the same. So we can't go by that, because
I'm not
eventually
saying
the
that,
kids
but
is gonna have to go to school or whatever it is like that. So
I mean, again, like I said, the best teacher is at home. That's the first teacher.
of course, I'm not saying no.
And people think it's like this timeline where, like, oh, my kid, my child. I don't even like saying kid like that, because a kid is a baby goat. But they say like my child is 4 or 5 and my child doesn't know how to read yet. That's a problem. That's not really a problem. You know what I'm saying? It's just people have a timeline or a time frame for what they feel like is the average of this and the average that. But the average is not everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody got to learn at their own pace. Like, you don't have to read to live. What you only thing you need to know is what the signs mean. You know what I'm saying? Like, people that can't read that doing just fine. I know people that can't read. They old.
Okay, I understand what you're saying, but
they could count.
That's still that no.
Nah,
You're gonna learn how to read.
I mean, I'm not saying you don't have to, because I learned how to read. I knew how to read when I was young. You know what I'm saying? I knew how to read. That's why I did so good in school. And that's why I'm able to do certain things without certain certifications. You know what I'm saying? But I met people that couldn't read, and they didn't lack for intelligence. They just couldn't read. Reading don't make you more intelligent.
I'm not saying that.
I mean, it helps. It's part of it. You know what I'm saying? It's a tool. Definitely a tool.
I don't know. Learn to read and write and count and all those things. That's what they don't learn.
You should. I mean, listen. You should
do all of it.
You should know all those things, because it makes it easier in this world.
I ain't saying they got to be college graduates, but
yeah, like you want to learn that. You want to at least know the basics of how to survive, especially with recognizing words and reading. Because again, like if you're driving down a road and it's a warning sign, but it tell you like to do something and you don't understand it. It could say danger, don't go no further, and you can't read. You gonna keep going over there, and something gonna happen, and you gotta find out the hard way. So you should be you know it's a tool that you need, but to say like. Not that you said it, but some people think like, oh, this person can't read, they stupid. I would say I met people who couldn't read that was very intelligent. I met people who could read 10 books. They could read a book in a day and they was stupid. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't smart at all. So it depends.
Well, I would just like to say, before we get off this video, it's very, very sad situation that will happen in Buffalo and Texas. Very, very sad. Sad on a different level. And I guess we as, I wouldn't want to say people, we as humans need to come together. I guess as you said, what is this, a peace video, whatever.
Because you got mankind and humans, that's the whole number. But yeah, you could say people.
We as everybody that's alive and breathing,
the
we
whole
simplify
society.
it, needs to come together and figure out a way to keep, I won't say to keep these guns off the street, because there's going to be guns on the street regardless.
But it wasn't, that was, I can't even say that was like a, well, you right, guns on the street, but when I hear that phrase, it just makes me think of like,
I don't mean it like
things.
no. I mean it because you could go in certain Walmarts and stuff like that and buy guns
but
and
I mean,
stuff like
when
that.
they,
I don't
when
mean
they
like
say
I just
guns
mean
on the
it in
street,
guns in street
yeah,
in
but
general.
when they say guns on it, like when I hear that, I just, they mean like a certain demographic having.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, but I just mean it in a whole meaning from Walmart.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Whatever thing you're buying it from, whatever it is like that. Need to come and figure out how to. Listen, I don't want to say protect her, but we need to go back to the drawing board to figure something out. And it's not going to take one person to do that. It's not going to take two people. It's going to take a collective of people. So everybody needs to come together as a collective.
But that's
and figure something out.
But that's nearly impossible. Some people in the same house can't even come together.
Because kids getting killed in school, that should have been, that right there should have been from the time it happened once, it should have been like okay, no, not happening again.
It seems like it happened every year.
You know, so my thing is,
at least once a year.
Come on. When are we gonna say, all right, you know what, enough is enough? These kids are our future, our legacy.
Yeah, but these people don't care. That's the thing. At the end of the day, it's to them. If they're not beneficial in some type of way.
We could go and lay down flowers at the sites and whatever it is like that, but it's still not gonna make it right. It's not gonna make it right.
But if you start,
we need to figure out a way to make it right and honor these people properly.
That would light a fire under people, and that would make people responsible. It would make people feel like, you know what, I don't want to do certain things because if I end up doing something is coming back. If I do something to your mom, something's gonna happen to my mom. You know what I'm saying? Eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. It works that way. Don't get me wrong, that's brutal. It is brutal, but sometimes that's all. In America is a brutal place, and that's all people gonna respect. They don't respect. They don't respect just laws and things like that. It's a lawless place. Even though they got all these laws in place, some people just do what they want to do. And I believe that they do this mostly to weak people who they feel is weak or defenseless at the moment. Like I said, if you go to school, how many places did you pass before you get to the school? You know what I mean? With grown people. You could have passed the police station. You better go to a police station and shoot that up and see what happens. See how far you get with that. You know what I'm saying? As soon as you get in there, you might get one off. But they're gonna stop that immediately. You know what I'm saying? If you go in a certain hood, quote unquote, you know what I mean?
You can't even make it to a certain point in the police station.
This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. But this is why I said people know what they're doing.
You can't make it to that point.
They know exactly what they're doing, and they plan it. They don't just randomly go say, you know what? They just grab a gun and just start doing it. Excuse me, because I'm tired. It's late. But they actually plan this thing. They say, oh, you know what?
Well, yeah, we know it's planned.
Where I'm gonna go? I'm gonna go to the supermarket, or I'm gonna go to this church, or I'm gonna go to this place.
Because most of these stuff is premeditated, so we know it's planned.
And it's like, where's the easiest place to kill people? Like, look at the guy who killed the people at the church. They actually let him come inside and gave him some food and drink and all that, and he still killed him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you know that you don't hear nothing about that no more. You ain't really hear nothing about that soon after it happened.
No, no offense, his ass needed to be killed. Because you gonna eat the people food and drink their juice and then kill them?
But people do it all the time.
That's some ungratefulness on the next level.
It is, but people are ungrateful. A lot of people are ungrateful. You help somebody, they stab you in the back. You know what I'm saying? In a heartbeat.
See, that's why I don't talk to people like that.
I see. I'm trying to be like that too.
This is why I don't talk to people. I limit myself to who I talk to and who I associate myself with. And I know some people might call it being antisocial. Oh well, don't care. I just don't.
Yeah, but you gotta sometimes you gotta talk to people, but then again, if you don't have to, there's no need. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's really no need.
If I don't have to talk to you, I ain't talking to you.
Exactly.
Especially if I don't know you.
And I like that though. I like that. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. That means that's a strong trait. Everybody not like me. I talk to everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but that's just part of what, you know what I mean? I grew up in a place with a lot of people and there's a lot of things going on. I was taught the squeaky door gets the oil. Closed mouth don't get fed. It have its perks sometimes, and then sometimes it don't.
Well, I do believe in a closed mouth that closed mouth don't get
but
fed.
sometimes it does. Like it's both sides. Like two sides to it.
I believe in that, but I don't talk. Okay, let me put it like this. I've never been a talker.
Hey, you say what you gotta say.
I've never been a talker from birth. I've never been a talker. It's just been my thing.
I don't blame you.
You know, it's just me. I'm an observer.
I think sometimes it's a defense mechanism for me
Sometimes
too.
if people don't ask my opinion, I don't give it.
Yeah, sometimes I think it's just a reflex.
I could be sitting around in a group of people and they talking and I would not give my opinion.
I can't help myself.
Okay, let me be honest. I just don't like to talk.
Like I said, I appreciate that.
I don't like to talk. It's just, talking is just too much sometimes. Like, who likes to talk that much? Like,
me.
I don't know. You know what? I really don't like to talk.
That's not a problem. I don't have
That's
a
why
problem.
sometimes when you be talking to me, I just look at you and I don't answer. Because I don't be in the mood to talk. And I just don't like, I don't. You know, I know you'd probably be thinking I'd be having an attitude, but it's not that I have an attitude. It's just that I generally do not like to talk.
I could dig it. I ain't mad at you.
And then again, I'm home talking to kids all day. Listen, by the time you get home, my talk to mama done hit 0.
Well, that's why we doing these things now.
I know, right? It's a good thing you're doing this video. That's how you get to talk to me.
Yeah, it's the most you talk. But like I said, I don't have a problem with it.
This is true. This is the most I talk. Because I don't like to talk. It's not, people might think I'm weird, but
I don't think you're weird.
Listen. It's not.
Listen, like I said, I don't have no problem with that.
It's not.
Some people have
that's
a problem.
You know why too. Like, this is why too. When I'm mad at you, I text you because.
See, that I don't like. That I do not like. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'll be like, text you right there. Yeah, that really. I ain't gonna lie. That
because I don't. Listen. I might be weird. I don't care. I'm owning up to my weirdness, but
yeah, I don't like that.
I don't like.
Serious, I do not like that.
I'm sorry. Even sometimes the kids be going crazy and doing all type of nonsense. I just sit down and look at them like, cause I don't like to talk. I wouldn't say it's too much. It's just me. I'm just not a talker. I don't like to talk. You know, people might think I'm just antisocial or I'm uppity or whatever it is like that. It's none of that. It's just that I just don't like to talk. I will quicker text a person than, hey, how you doing?
I'd rather talk.
I
It's like when people be like, oh, text me. I'd rather talk. Like, let's just have the conversation.
You see, sometimes when you call me during the day, I'll be like, all right, bye.
But yeah, I work, so that don't bother me.
I'll be like, yeah, talk to you later. Yeah, I guess
Listen, right to the point. So
it's me, and that's just me. I can't. I'm not talking. Even when I'm mad, I just be like, you know what? When I get over the madness, I'm gonna just text you. Too much talking, like.
but texting is a lot of.
Okay, so what? I like to write. I like to text. I don't
I'd rather
like to
you
talk.
write a note, or put a pen in the paper.
First of all, we in the age of technology.
I'm just saying, because
okay?
that take more effort. Typing something in the phone.
We are in the age of technology. I might write it in a pen and a paper when my phone is right there and I can and just send it. Write it on a piece of paper. Then
if I'm sitting right here, you sitting right there, you got talking, and if you gonna text me something, that just be having me like, I'll be like, man, fuck. That's all I be saying. Like, why the fuck you text me? I'm sitting right here. This is all and I don't care how many times it happens. Every time this first thought come in my head, like, why the fuck you text me? I'm sitting right here.
Well, I just gave you your answer.
I see, but I'm just saying, I'm still gonna think that though, because it's like, that make no sense.
First of all, when I'm mad, you don't want to talk to me. I don't think you've learned that yet.
Because I can't help myself.
Yeah, you can't help yourself. You want to talk. But when I'm mad, you don't want to talk to me. I'm trying to help you out. Not even trying to help myself out. I'm trying to help you out.
Listen. A conversation.
I don't even want to talk to me when I'm mad. So, I mean, I don't understand.
Conversation will always.
Okay, a conversation when I'm mad is going to go nowhere. Because I'm not going to hear you. I'm not going to listen to you. I'm not going to pay attention to you. So it's not going to go nowhere.
No. I'm going to still talk. So.
And you're going to be talking to yourself.
That happens sometimes.
Do I pay attention to what I be telling you? Don't talk to me. You think I'd be telling you that just because I'm mad? I'd be telling you that because I actually don't want you to talk to me.
But then you send me a text.
Later when I'm a little bit cooled down, I ain't sending you the text right away.
That's why I'll be like, yo, let's just talk. Get it over with. You don't got to be all that texting back and forth.
Okay.
Too much reading.
I text you later. I don't text you like right away. I have to calm myself down. Do you see the type of person I am when I'm mad?
Yeah, you the little extra with your madness, but me, I'll be mad for 2 seconds and I'll
I'm not you.
No more.
I'm not you.
And you talking about some mental
okay.
Maybe you
maybe
you
okay, you never know. Maybe you need some help too.
Maybe.
Okay? Maybe, but I'm the who. That just because you say you get mad for 2 seconds, that means I gotta get mad for 2 seconds and let it go.
I can't just walk around mad at the world. Like the sun is shining, I go outside. I'm like, yo, it's nice out here.
First of all, I ain't mad at the world. I'm mad at you. There's a big difference. I ain't mad at the world.
But that's what I be thinking about. I'm like, yo. Then you got like these little dudes, like they be in here, like they make me happy sometimes. They get on my nerve, but they make me happy.
Okay, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. But you could then be mad for 2 seconds. That's not how everybody works. Okay, that's why I don't get mad. That's why I be telling you, don't piss me off. Exactly. But you just like to push my buttons because you know you could push. And this is the thing. Not everybody could push my buttons. And you know you're one of them that could push my buttons.
I don't even be trying. That's the funny part.
Okay, because people be doing that. I just be like, whatever. If first of all, if I don't care about you, you can't push my buttons. Number one. Okay? It's like whatever you say or do rolls off of me. That's how it is. Okay? So if I had some type of feeling, well, I would say some type of feelings, but I had to actually like you, or love you for you to push my buttons. Only few people, I think I could probably count it on one hand. How much people could push my buttons. And you're one of them. So it's like...
So I should be proud.
That's what you get from
I
that?
should feel privileged.
That's what you take
It's
away
called
from
the
me
joke.
saying.
It's called, see, you don't know how to take joke. It's called the joke.
It's called your pain in the ass.
It's called the joke.
Okay?
You gotta learn how to laugh at the jokes. Like, listen.
Your jokes ain't funny. I'm not laughing at jokes.
But I laugh at my jokes, though.
You see, no, you laugh at your own jokes. You have a mental problem.
That's not how that's mental.
I don't know. I'm just saying.
I laugh at my own jokes.
Okay? Now you have what's the name. But yes, so not many people could piss me off or make me mad or push my buttons. So that's why I be telling you, don't push my buttons.
And you know what's crazy? I be trying my best not to, but somehow, some way, it just end up like that. I'll be like, damn. Sometimes I'll be like, yo, how the fuck did I do this?
And the funny thing is, you never know what you do. You just never. But what I do, what I
Yeah,
you just
like,
never know what you do. I don't understand how you just be so clueless.
Cause sometimes, I really don't be. I be like, yo, how the fuck is she mad? Like that's how I be saying, like, yo, how's. I'm like, yo, mom bugging. Like, how the fuck is she mad? Like, what is she so mad for?
And that's just sad that you don't know what the hell you be doing. Like,
I be like,
I don't understand.
I'm like, yo, did I do something that was that bad? Cause I'm like, yo, if it was me, I probably wouldn't even be mad. Sometimes I'm like, damn, what'd I do? I'm like, damn, that's crazy.
That's just sad.
Yeah, I wouldn't be mad at me, man.
You wouldn't be mad at you?
Nah,
really?
I wouldn't
be. Yeah, okay.
I wouldn't be. I couldn't be. How could I be mad at myself? Like, in my eyes, I don't do no wrong.
I beg to differ. Okay? I beg to differ because I just always tell you, you're the smartest, dumbest person I know. Okay? I don't understand how one person could be so damn smart and then so damn dumb in the next minute. I'd be like, what the hell?
Listen, you could be a jack of all trades, but you might not be a master of them all. So I might be intelligent in one area, and in other areas I'm not. I don't know. That's everybody. I don't know everything. I just think I do.
Really, you think you do?
I do. I'll be like, yo, I know about this. I know about a lot of things, but I can't tell you I'm a perfectionist in everything.
Yeah, we know that. You think you know it all.
Yeah, I know a lot though. And I'm willing to learn like more. I'll be trying to learn more. I'll be like, damn. But sometimes that's why I like to have a conversation. It's like, see, conversations, you build off of the, you know what I'm saying? But Texas, it just be like, damn. And then sometimes you don't even be putting punctuation marks and all that. So I'll be like,
first of all, why am I stopping to make a punctuation mark?
Because then I will understand it a little bit more. It will tell me where the emphasis is and where it's not.
What?
Yeah.
So you actually think no.
Yeah, I'm like, you don't put periods, commas, nothing. Like, I'll be like,
no. And I'm not gonna be putting periods or commas, okay? Just straight read in one breath, okay?
And that's how I be getting lost. That's how I be tripping up. Like, yo, what the hell?
How you be no, because you know what? That's not true. Because even if I try to talk to you, you still wouldn't get where I'm coming from. Then I'm gonna have to be like, you know what? Let me just not talk to you. Tell you to stop talking to me, so I can calm myself down a little bit. Because when I get mad, it takes me forever to calm down.
Explain.
You know. then when I text it to you, is then when it seemed like, okay, I understand where you're coming from. I'd be like, but you wasn't understanding where I'm coming from when I was talking to you?
Cause he probably because you were saying it in an angry way. Like,
you want me to say that in a nice way when I'm mad?
Yes.
Who does that?
I do. You ever hear me talk to you like, Nah, I always talk to you the same way I'm talking to you now. I'm tired now.
Because I don't do nothing to piss you off. What did I do to piss you off?
Piss me off all the time. I just don't hold on to it.
What do I do to piss you off?
I can't think of nothing right now.
It's because I do nothing to piss you off.
Nah, because it's just like stuff be pissing me off sometimes.
Stuff like what? Name one.
Sometimes.
Name one.
Name one?
Yes.
That you don't want to learn how to drive.
That piss you off?
Hell
well,
yeah.
They're going to continue pissing you off, okay? Okay, that will just continue to piss you off because...
See? Well, that's you said name one thing.
I'm just... Okay, you named it and I'm just going to keep... I'm responding to it, okay? Because I'm not going to do something that I don't want to do. You know that about me. I mean, hello.
But you know what? I really want to know, like, because you never explained to me why. Like, why you don't want to learn how to drive?
Because, in all honesty, to be true, I think I'm going to have road rage.
I don't think you would, though.
I think I would.
If you drive the way I teach you how to drive, you would never have road rage.
I'm going to tell you how my brain works. Like, it's like, certain things that's just like, stupidity for ones that just trigger me with, and there's a lot of stupid people out there, you know. So I'm not gonna listen. And you know, like driving, it's like you gotta watch out for your life and other people's lives and stuff like that. When somebody do something stupid, me personally, you know, even though when you're driving and people do stuff, I'm calm in the car, but technically I'd be like, what the hell, like, you know, like. But me personally, I think I'm gonna have road rage.
Nah, listen to my instructions.
Listening to your instructions got nothing to do with this. I'm telling you. You asked me a question, I'm telling you. Okay? So for me not to put myself in a situation like that, I'm not gonna do
it. Well, I think maybe you should try to figure out how to deal with road rage, because think about this, right? This is very... It will open up a whole new world to you.
You know what? It will open up a whole new world to you because you just want me driving all the time while your ass sitting in the passenger seat.
I would drive most of the time.
But
it's just every now and then, like sometimes I'll be tired, like sometimes like I'll be mad tired, I'll be like, damn.
But we don't drive that much.
Nah, we don't.
That car be sitting parked out there for how long? We don't drive a lot.
But still,
it's only like...
but there are times when I'm tired, though. You know what I'm saying? Where I could be like...
But you're always tired.
Because I be working. Like, but now think about it. If you, like, say, like, boom. If you had to go somewhere and I wasn't home, you would be able to just go. Like, if you wanted to go somewhere, I probably could just meet you there. Like, say if you said, yo, when you get home, we're going to go Staten Island. I could be in Staten Island by the time you get there.
Okay, I'm not saying no.
Like stuff like that.
It would make your life. It would make your life easy. I'm not saying no.
Like if
but listen, you gotta understand me. I know who I am.
And I believe you, but I'm gonna tell you this. You know what I always thought, and what I assume is that, like, I know that y'all always had a driver growing up, right?
I did, yes.
Exactly, and I know when y'all came up here, y'all had it somewhat of a driver, right?
Maybe.
Yeah, like you had somebody that took you.
What you trying to say? I was privileged?
I can't say it's like over here that would be privileged, but with the culture that you grew up in, that's just the norm. I don't think I see like a lot of women. Really. I see a lot of women don't really drive like that. I see the men will make sure like they have like somebody that takes them somewhere.
Yes, that's
that they trust.
And you know what? Maybe deep down that could be part of the reason too. In all honesty, I've never looked at it that way. So now that you're saying it that way,
because even now, because listen, even with your moms, I never seen Taz drive like that.
Taz don't drive.
This is what I'm trying to tell you. Taz don't drive. Your moms don't drive. You don't drive. Only Khadijah had to drive because of her situation in which she was at. So she learned how to drive. You see what I'm saying? Your little sister don't drive because your mom's never drove like that. You see what I'm saying?
No, listen. My situation. Okay, you could be right. More than half my life I was driven around. Okay, I'm not saying no.
More than half. It seemed like your whole life. Like when wasn't you driven?
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
My whole life I was driven
Because I kind of just replaced the last driver, like, when I got my shit together. See what I'm saying? Like,
first of all, let me just explain this to you.
Yeah.
Okay, you it's not like you don't know this. You know I'm technically the spoiled child in the family.
But this is why I don't be, you think because I do bother you with it, but more or less, I bother you with it just to nudge you a little bit. But I know you.
But
I know.
But the thing is, you're not nudging me.
I know. But I have to. I'm the type of person I have to say something about it.
Okay, I understand, and I'm not saying no.
And I don't be saying
okay,
this.
but every time you say something about it, what do?
You get mad.
No, I ignore you.
Sometimes you get mad though. Sometimes no. Like, all right.
I ignore you.
Yeah, but I don't listen.
I get mad because you're trying to push me to do something that I don't want to do.
But if I really was pushing you, I would have drove you to the DMV and then got you the book and all. I ain't never do that. I just assumed that you, because of the way you grew. You wasn't
driving me nowhere to get nothing because, man, you don't know how stubborn I am.
I understand. I see. But what I'm telling you is I already know that because you grew up a certain way, that's why you don't.
Okay, well, you know,
the desire is not even there because you feel it wouldn't be there.
No, it is not there.
Yeah, it's a different way.
It is not there because I mean it's okay. You see, you made a point, and now I look at it from a different point of view because I've never had a desire to drive.
Yeah,
never.
That's what I'm saying.
And that is true. I have always, every time, look, when we go back Trinidad. You know, like, but I don't know.
Listen, if we was back there and the steering wheel was on the other side, I would drive down there. But I'm not comfortable driving with the steering wheel over here.
Okay, well, listen.
No, I'm just saying, if I knew how to do that, I would drive down there too.
Listen, and you listen, in all honesty, you have to understand where I stand. Yes, I might be a little spoiled, but I'm not that crazy spoiled. You have to even admit that.
Hey, you all spoiled.
I'm not crazy spoiled. What are you talking? I am spoiled, but I'm not spoiled like crazy spoiled. What are you talking about?
Hey, I've never listen. First of all, I know that y'all don't really mean no harm with certain stuff. But, like, when I be saying, like, the way you be talking to your pops sometimes, I'll be like, what the...
No, first of all,
that's shock.
That's how we talk.
I know. This is what I'm saying.
Do I disrespect him?
If you was living here, like, say if y'all was from here or from somewhere else, it would be... They would consider that disrespect. I know that you ain't... I know that it's not disrespectful. But to outsiders... that don't know, like, I know now, but I'm saying, like, I still, part of me be like, yo, what the fuck are you talking about pops like that? Talking on moms like that.
First of all,
I be like, yo, this is crazy.
First of all, I can't be too nice to my father because he's not gonna pay attention. He's not gonna go in one ear and come out the next.
I understand that.
Exactly. You see, you know that. So with him, you gotta get straight to the point. You can't just dilly-daddly and hey, I need you to come fix the toilet. He was here in 15 minutes.
No, I know, but that's...
Now, if I go out and beat around the bush, he's going to forget. No, with him, you got to get straight to the point. You can't
but it's how you get to the point.
What do you mean, how do I get to the point?
Because I'll just be like, how you talking to a father like that? That's how I be thinking. I'll be like, yo, most fathers are over here, you smack, black. What you talking to? Mm-hmm. Like, and this is why they be talking to me like that.
No, first of all, that's your thing because you're like, oh, they could call me by my name
No,
and
they could.
whatever it is like
That's
that.
not what I'm talking about.
No, that's your thing because I don't do that because when they
No,
start what's
I'm
it
talking about how they be talking to me sometimes. Like you talking to me like
because first of all they mimic what I do.
exactly. That's what I said.
But first of all, they can't do that because I hardly talk to you. By the time you come home, my threshold for talking is gone. So you know that.
They be talking
And
crazy.
and we
Sometimes I be
don't
like, yo,
argue.
Tino,
We
you
don't
talking
argue
to?
in front of the kids. So it's like
I didn't say they be
they just.
arguing.
I know, but I'm
just
just saying they just. I don't know.
Yeah,
They pick up their own thing sometimes.
Yeah,
I'm
they
not
got
gonna lie.
accents and everything.
Well, they got an accent because they whip me all the time. What do you expect? Like, hello, they whip me all the time. That's why they got an accent. That's not what's the thing.
His accent is strong.
That means they could adapt anywhere. Okay.
Yeah, I ain't mad at them, but they do be talking to me like I'm their friend instead
That's your fault.
No, I'm not talking about what they call me. I'm talking about how they talk to me.
That's your fault, Sharif.
Nah, that's not my fault.
Whose fault is it?
That's your fault.
That is not my fault.
That's because they see you talking to your father like that.
No, because I don't know. Because because when he come and be like, Grandpa's here, go talk to your grandpa, whatever it is like that. I don't do that. What are you talking about?
Oh, because I know they be talking to me like I be like, yo, they talking to me like how she talked to her father.
No, and no.
And your mom, you like basically like, yo, get right to it. She come in, she gotta put a scarf on, so cleaning up. I'm like,
No,
yo,
that's not my fault. She got OCD. That got nothing to do with me. Okay.
I be like, yo, that's crazy. That's why I be like, yo, tell her, yo, sit down, chill out.
First of all, listen. First of all, if she wants to make herself at home here, go right ahead and make yourself at home here.
Relax yourself a little bit.
Okay, yeah, I'm not
you just
saying
can't. You had a hard trip. You work overtime.
Listen, you can't. First of all, you can't just take my privilege away from me just like that. That's just what the hell is wrong with you?
Chill out,
What is wrong? When you want her to braid her hair, who does be braiding you? You go and you say braid. What are you talking about?
She be wanting to braid my hair.
Who wants to braid anybody here?
She asked me she wanted to braid my hair. Like,
no, you would just be like, yo, put 2 braids in my hair for me real quick.
It ain't like I be like, you scratch my head and grease it and do all this stuff.
Because listen, when she in here, nobody does it. So when she comes, somebody gotta do it, right?
No.
Yeah.
So I be like, just throw 2 braids in because it's hard to get 2 braids around here.
First of all, just because you wasn't spoiled, don't try to come and take my fun away, okay?
Saying, I could get 2 braids, but you know what I'm saying?
Don't try to come and take my privilege away because was raised a certain way.
I ain't mad at you. Listen, get it how you could, like. But me, the squeaky door gets the oil. That's how I was raised. So if I see somebody that know how to braid, that I know ain't gonna be no problem, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go get it. Because I know some people, they don't like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it's you, but some people don't like other people touching people's head and shit like that.
Because it's not anybody should be.
Yeah, but
touching their head.
But me, I just don't.
Don't give 2 shits.
Exactly. But out of respect, I will only let certain people do it. See what I'm saying? Because I got respect. I'm a disciplined person. As bad as I want to braid, you think I want to wear a pony? I hate ponytail. I really do. That's why when you be like, oh, you want to put your hair? You be like, yo, we put your hair in one. I'll be like, nah.
But then cut your hair.
Nah, I don't believe in cutting hair either. I don't believe in cutting hair on your head. I think that's where people get their power from.
Oh Lord.
Yeah. It might be wrong. I might be wrong.
Caveman.
It's not a caveman. It's just a lot of people think that. That's why you got guys that tell you, oh, I'm gonna grow my beard mad long, and then, you know what I'm saying? It just depends on how they believe. It ain't about a caveman. It ain't about technology. It's nothing technological about hair. It's either you cut it or you don't. Some people believe cutting it makes them stronger. You ever see them dudes that like what they call monks, like Shaolin monks? They shave their head. They that's how they get into them. Me, I feel like, you know what I'm saying? I feel more stronger with hair. Maybe if I didn't have hair, I probably feel, you know what I'm saying? Maybe I get used to it after a while, but I don't see the need. But yeah, with that being said, it's been like almost an hour and 45 minutes we've been talking. We supposed to go to bed 2 hours ago. But yeah, man. Again, man, salute to the high cheekbone gang. I want to thank my special guests, you know.
First of all, you need to start calling me a special guest. This is like my third person. It ain't
So
nothing
what you-
special about this guest no more. I'm just
You
a
ain't
guest.
special?
I know I'm special, but I'm just a guest at this point, okay?
Nah, you a special guest. You know, you ain't just a regular guest.
Yeah, because
Cause I ain't no regular nigga. I'm
because
special.
I'm taking my time to talk to you when I don't want to talk.
Yeah, that made you special.
Yeah. Especially saying that special in a different type of way, okay? Whatever. Shoot, think you slick.